So hey y'all, hey. I wanted to start out with this beautiful view. Y'all see that? You see how clear that skyline is? I'm just kind of doing it kind of quick. I really wanted to get back over to that. You see how clear the sky is? Like, it is absolutely beautiful. Yep, it's beautiful. How y'all doing today? So, haven't seen y'all in a minute. Guess what? Your girl is out here getting it in. I came on today and I just was thinking about doing a little walking. And I stand right here because I get a chance to prop my arm up on this gate. That's right here. But I wanted to come on and say hey to y'all. Hey y'all, hey. It's summertime, y'all. This is my favorite time of the year. Like, I love the springtime. I don't necessarily like the summer because it's hot, but I love the springtime. I'm gonna try to fix it where my earbuds are not hitting my earrings. But when I got home, initially I was gonna do some cleaning and then I was gonna come on and chat with you guys. But I decided to flip-flop it. It was so pretty outside. I was like, I can't pass up this opportunity to get out here and just get in a good walk. And I really wanted to do some thinking. Just quite a few things running through my mind, things that I have tasks to do, goals that I've set for myself, and things that I'm trying to accomplish in the next couple of weeks. And on yesterday, the one thing I didn't mention to you guys is that I submitted my final assignment. My professor left it. She said, you still have access to the class until Sunday, so just get it submitted, because originally I had asked her if I could just take an incomplete and finish it up. And she was like, no, you're too close to the end. This is a class that I should end up with an A in that course. Now that other class, we still praying. I'm seeking the Lord on that one. But I'm saying that to say that I feel so free. Like today, I felt good that I didn't have to come home, don't have no homework. And so there are some other things that I'm gonna do now that I haven't been able to do. Like, I need to do some deep cleaning to my house. My boys are not gonna be too happy about that, but I'm gonna put them to work and do some deep cleaning, some spring cleaning, throw some things away, you know, move some things around. And I wanted to come on today to chat with you guys about one video that I saw this morning. That was one, and I might have to break that one into two parts because I think it's a little bit deeper. I'm gonna put it out there and then y'all can give me some feedback on it and we'll talk about it. But the other component is just talking about, you know, spring cleaning, like putting some things in place that you have the ability to have some self-care time, but also just caring for the things that belong to you, your house, your car, you know, if you have a business that you've been trying to work and things of that sort, make sure you get that done. But so I have something coming up. I'm so excited because I'm trying to think if I'm gonna put something on my page on maybe around the 15th, because I'm gonna launch something on June the 1st. It's coming. It's coming, y'all. Yeah, it's coming. And so I want to get your feedback. So I'll be asking you guys a few more questions, more so than talking, in the next upcoming weeks. And that's because I plan to run that feature on all of my social media. I plan to run it on my Facebook page. I'm gonna run it on my Instagram. That's all that I have. I said that like I got a lot, right? I don't do social media like that. I barely know how to use Instagram. I still can't figure out how to upload the videos. You know what? Maybe I need to try to upload the video, because I've been trying to share my videos from YouTube. So if there's anybody out here in YouTube land and you know how to tell me how to get it on my Instagram and I can just share it, because it won't let me post the link. I don't have a clue how to use it. I got to get one of these young people to help me with that. That's why we need the younger generation. But I wanted to talk a little bit about, you guys, there's a not a company, but there's a movement. It's called Tonight's Conversation. And if you've ever seen any of those podcasters or the people that are on that panel, I love that show. I follow most of the panelists that are on there. I really like to get input from them and hear what they have to say about relationships and things of that sort. And they were having a conversation with several of the panelists, and I don't know if this young lady who was talking about this is a part of their show now. If she's a part of the team, they're coming to Atlanta too. So I don't know if you guys know that. They're looping back. They came earlier. When did I go? Did I go last year? But anyway, they're coming back to Atlanta. And it's coming up pretty soon too, I think, because I was going to try to go again since they have a new panel group. But the thing that she was saying is, and I don't want to misquote it, and I might put the link in the comments or something, but what she was saying was that men need to use their masculinity to bring out the femininity or calm us down when we're upset and things of that sort. And I could be wrong in what I understood her to say, but the way that she said it, it was almost as though a man should be responsible for regulating our emotional offsets, if you will. And as I listened to it, I had to listen to it a couple of times, and the guys were chiming in, and they were basically saying, no, that's not a part of our responsibility. Like, that's not what we're here for. That's your own work that you have to do. And she disagreed with them. She was like, yeah, because you guys think logically and we're emotional. And I understood what she was trying to say, but what I will have to say is I agree with the fellas. It is not a man's responsibility, even if he is a masculine man. You guys hear me talk all the time about I come from a family of masculine men. I know what those they can be hard to deal with on a regular basis, but they some of the best people that you could possibly have in your corner. And I do not agree that it would be a masculine man's responsibility to regulate a woman's what I would consider to be her lack of work on herself. If as much work as I have done on myself, and I already felt like I was in a good place, as much work as I have done, I would not be interested in someone who could only be with me to help regulate whatever emotional components that I still have left. That's my job to do. You got to regulate yourself. And ladies, I will honestly say this. That's a part of what's wrong with many of the relationships and marriages that we are now seeing that are coming to 20, 30, and 40-year ends, is because that's what that man has been carrying for all that time period. And because if it's done right, everybody has a big thing with the word submission. But when it's done right, what you don't understand is the weight of the family is typically carried on the shoulders of the man. You may have it where over the years we have gotten that out of balance, and we have allowed for it not to operate in the orchestrated, ordained order for which God had called it to be. But if it's truly operating the way that it's supposed to, and I'm not talking about money, in this society now, we have turned everything into a monetary movement. And what that means is in relationships now, everything has become transactional. And I'll be honest with y'all, that's part of the reason why I can't hardly date, because I'm not a transactional girl. So there are very few men that are going to fit the caliber of man that is going to be a good fit for me. And that's because I appreciate what he has in his wallet, but that is not what my goal and my purpose of being with him is going to be for. And with that being said, what it does is it puts me in a position where oftentimes people might say that, I'm not interested enough. I am. I've dated guys that they wanted to make it a transaction, and that's not going to work for me. That's not going to work for me, because that's not who I am. And I am not going to expect for a man to regulate my emotional movements. I have to get to my own counselor. I have to get to my own readings. I have to do my own inner work, my own meditation. I don't want to get out here and walk on a regular basis, but I do it because I know that that is what is best for me at this moment and this time in my life. Right now, there's some things transpiring with me, and I'm like, man, yeah. Like today when I came home, I was gonna clean up my office first, and I want to move my office around. So in the next couple of weeks, actually, y'all gonna see something different. I'm gonna have it set up differently. And so, but when I got ready to make my video, because I was gonna make my video while I still had on my work clothes. And when I got ready to make it, it was too much movement going on in my house. I said, no, let me just change my clothes and go out here to the quiet, peaceful place. Y'all hear the birds chirping? Ain't nobody out here but me and the Lord, you know, right now. And then when I get back to the house, I'll have my mindset done, because one, I wanted to focus on you all. And what I want to really ask in this video, typically I do a little bit more talking and a little bit more teaching, but I plan to send this video to some men that I know, some of my barbershop fellas, some of my pool guys, and I want the men to chime in to me and let me know how you feel. And even if you have to do it anonymously, like if you want to send me a text privately, like you don't have to do it on my page. But I would like to know, how do you feel about even your relationship, possibly your relationship, and how you feel the expectation of a man to regulate a woman. And when I say regulate a woman, our emotional status. Like for instance, I joke around a lot. I think in my relationship, it's gonna be fairly playful. And I say that because I'm very youthful. So I like to laugh a lot. Like, it's gonna be way more laughter than it's gonna be stress. So when the stressful moments come, yes, they will be there. But there will be enough laughter to undergird that when we do have a stressful moment, we'll be able to work through that, because the laughter will typically supersede. Like, in the end, I'm gonna find something funny about it, even if I'm mad. And so I could see something where, like, you know, where somebody would be like, hey, somebody told me one time, now y'all hear my voice, and he said, hey, take that bass out your voice. I said, what? What bass? Like, all this treble up in here, is that what you call it, trouble? Yeah, there is no bass over here, you know, but it was a joke, because I guess I was being a little bit more forceful with what I was saying. And so the thing is, you want something like that. Like, if that was kind of letting me know, hey, you talking in a different tone. And that was okay, because you build that type of relationship with someone in order to know. But I don't feel that it's a man's responsibility to carry us to the point that you're also responsible for our emotional state. Now, I want to put a little bit more in there. A masculine man, what I do feel he does is, if he comes in and I'm like all out of whack, he got the ability to help to bring that in. And when I say bring it in, he's going to help to calm that down in a way that I can come out of that emotional state. I can't really say I have that at this age. Now, you know, if you had caught me in my 20s and my 30s, I probably was real emotional. But with what I done been through in that previous marriage, y'all, honestly, it's just so many things that my eyes will open up to in that relationship. There are so many things that I felt like I would have broken, but he helped to build that muscle in me that now, you know, I can kind of, I can take it. What we doing today? Oh, that's what you got? Like, it's okay. And then I'm such a communicator. Like, I believe in open communication. You have to be able to talk things through. And so for a woman that is like feeling, one of the things that she said is that we always feel unsafe. Well, I disagree with that. I am the type of person that I trust you until you show me that you're not trustworthy. Most people make you gain their trust. Now, that doesn't mean that I just walk out there and I'm wide open and everything that somebody says, I believe it, this, that, and the other. But what I'm saying is, I think that so many people, not just women maybe do it a little bit more than men. And honestly, I can't really say that, because I feel like most men are only going to love one woman in his lifetime. Maybe two. Maybe. If he gets to 3, that's a miraculous thing. Most men have only ever loved one woman, and he may have that second one that comes along. He might love, I'll say in love. He may have loved some women, but he has only been in love with 1, maybe 2 women in his life. And so that's a very rare place to break into, which means that he can't then hold a new woman responsible for what that woman or those women did to him, even if it was not a good circumstance. And for a woman, she can't, y'all, I'm kind of looking around because I'm looking, I thought that was a bat. But she can't hold him responsible for what other men have done to her. So when she said that she didn't find her safe space, in my opinion, I'm safe until somebody shows me that I'm not safe. Unless there has been a violation within that relationship, or something has been broken between the two of them, there has been some type of infidelity, or somebody stepped outside of the relationship, that's the only time that you really kind of got to try to rebuild that component. But other than that, like, we grown. Like, my channel is for 40, 50, and 60-year-olds. We grown. We who got time for that? Now, the 20-year-olds, I can get it. The 30-year-olds, I can get it. The 40s, it just, I was beyond that. When I met my ex-husband, and remember, y'all, that was my second marriage, he knew I did not want to go through another divorce. So he knew that I would keep fighting for that marriage because of the fact that I did not want to go through that. Y'all see how I'm biting down? He knew it. And I think that he just, unfortunately, he took advantage of that opportunity. But I can't hold the next person that comes into my life responsible for that. If I did, then what that says is that I'm not healed. And it also says that I'm not ready for a relationship. And so some of you may have to look at that component and say, you know, maybe I'm not ready for a relationship. Maybe I'm not ready to date somebody seriously. And you have to be able to have an honest conversation with yourself about that. Because if you are looking for a man to regulate your emotional state, then you're not ready. Because each one of us have to stand on our own. You should already have the ability to have gone and gotten you some counseling. And if you haven't gotten some and you feel like you feel that way, you may need to work on that. Like, go ahead and call and get an appointment. Sometimes we think that going to counseling is a negative thing. But guys, going to counseling was one of the best things that I could have ever done. She helped me to heal from all those different things. And she helped me to find my own healing. She helped to guide me through the process of getting myself to a place that I can even have a YouTube channel like this. To be strong enough to sit here and talk to you guys about something that I feel so confident about. So, I'm going to let that go. I want the guys to get in there. I want y'all to give me some feedback. Ladies too. I want y'all to give me some feedback. And even if you have to send it to me in a text, if I send this to you in a text, if you got my personal number. But my email is meditations with an S with Marini, spell my name, at gmail.com. And so go out there. I need for y'all to click like. I need for you to share this with a friend. And more than anything, I need for you to subscribe and comment. Have a great day, y'all. Bye.